The Canadian province of Saskatchewan has the richest and largest reserves of uranium in the world. Belmont's 100% owned Crackinstone property is located in the Beaver Lodge area on the north shore of Lake Athabasca and 8 kilometers southwest of Uranium City, Saskatchewan. The Beaver Lodge district is an important metallogenic province of uranium and contains numerous epigenetic vein-type pitch blende deposits. Pitch blende is a radioactive mineral and is the chief ore mineral source of uranium. Of all uranium occurrences, pitch blende deposits form the most important group. Uranium mineralization is largely confined to the linear belts, characterized intense faulting. Most of the deposits in the Beaver Lodge district are located in the Beaver Lodge linear belt, which is an east-trending structural belt extending across the central part of the Beaver Lodge area. The St. Louis Fault controls the largest ore bodies in the region. This major fault is grouped with the east-trending set of faults including the Crackinstone. It is suggested that Crackinstone Fault, which has a similar attitude to the St. Louis Fault, is the westerly extension of the St. Louis Fault. Historic work in the area dates back to the 1950s. From 1953 to 1982, 16 deposits were brought into production in the Uranium City area, with a total production of over 70 million pounds of uranium, averaging 0.24%. The grades ranged from 0.18 to 0.43%. The largest deposit was the Ace Fay deposit, which produced 30 million pounds of uranium. The easterly Crackinstone Fault intersects a series of northeasterly trending faults, which are in the Black Bay Shear Zone. This zone is delineated by a highly radioactive uranium-thorium ratio area. The Cinch Lake, Rick Smitty, Leonard and Kaiser former uranium mines are associated with faults within this shear zone. More recent and higher resolution airborne radiometric surveys highlights the Black Bay Shear Zone and the strong uranium-thorium ratio anomaly on the Crackinstone property. The new survey also reveals a strong thorium feature on the northwest area of the property and a strong uranium presence covering most of the property. The Crackingstone, Chance Lake, Boom Lake, and the Nero Lake Fault strikes through the property in an easterly direction. Many of the known pitch blende and uranium showings on the property and surrounding area are located near these faults. These faults appear to have been reactivated several times to provide ample fractured ground for hosting the uranium mineralization. A brief history of exploration in the Beaver Lodge area is described by L. S. Beck of Saskatchewan Mineral Resources, report titled Uranium Deposits of the Beaver Lodge Area, 1969. In 1958, Mr. E. Cull drove a short adit, which is now referred to the number 7 adit, from the base of a trench which previously returned 15.6% uranium oxide over 1.4 feet. He shipped 11 tons of broken rock to the Laredo mill, which graded 2.3% uranium oxide. More recently, 4 samples were collected from this same location containing 0.28%, 0.40%, 6.55%, and 0.78% uranium oxide. In 1959, Mr. C. Nilica high-graded approximately 46 tons, which graded 0.5% uranium oxide. In 1959, Mr. Filgas noticed uranium stain was visible at a few places, and a bulk sample from the same locality assayed 3.86% uranium oxide. The center portion of the showing was high-graded hand-sorted 6.5 tons, grading 0.5% uranium oxide. A 1950 grab sample containing considerable yellow stain, possibly fine disseminated pitchblende, from this showing, assayed 12.53% uranium oxide. Channel sampling from the 3 main showings assayed 1.32% uranium oxide over 2.1 feet, 2.13% over 2.3 feet, and 1.46% over 1.6 feet. 2007 and 2008 exploration by Belmont Resources focused primarily at the intersection of the east-northeast Crackinstone Fault with the northeasterly Chance and Boom Lake Faults, which is shown to be a favorable area for multi-directional brecciation and for the deposition of uranium mineralization. A total of 20 holes were drilled from March to July 2008. The results of the drilling were very positive in confirming the methodology of exploring the intersection point of the structural features and the discovery of new zones of mineralization not previously known. Assays in drill hole C14 ranged as high as 2.078% uranium dioxide over 0.5 meters, and this is part of an interval of 0.9 meters, averaging 1.18% uranium dioxide. All of the drill core obtained from the 2008 drilling campaign on the Crackingstone property was mineralized with uranium.
With the price of uranium rebounding, Belmont is planning to revisit the Crackingstone uranium property in 2024 to identify new areas of high-grade material.